First thing, I'm going to be using a short baton, okay? It's short baton. Okay, in response to Icy Mike's video that he just posted on the tactical baton and its use in self-defense, I think he's bang on with what he said. If you use a baton to be effective, you are probably going to be using lethal force strikes to the head, potentially lethal force strikes. If you're hitting the muscle groups to try and keep yourself from using lethal force, you won't be getting a good effect, because we've seen time and time again in videos from police that hitting those large muscle groups just doesn't work. Hitting the small bones, like we try to do in Filipino martial arts, before someone closes the distance can be pretty difficult, as you'll see in the videos. And the second thing about that is, even if you do get good contact to the small bones of the wrist and stuff, there's no guarantee that that's going to stop somebody. People fight with broken wrists, broken hands, keep going all the time, and don't even notice their injuries till after the fight. So maybe a strike to the kneecap, right? Just smashing the kneecap might be effective. But that's iffy. So the more finite your targeting has to be, the less likely it's going to work. The one thing we did find that is that the baton can work quite well in the clinch if you practice it, right? We practice that all the time, fighting in the clinch with a stick. Go. Yeah, keep right in the clinch. But you need to have boxing skill, clinching skill, and other skills other than just baton skills. So if you're going to use one of these, be aware of use of force rules and laws in the area that you live in, because you'll have to explain yourself afterwards, and there's a good chance to be effective you're going to have to smash somebody in the head, and that could lead to a potentially lethal situation. So understand what's reasonable force, when it's reasonable to use something like this. If you're packing it around in a moment of panic, you could set yourself up for a life-changing situation. That's all I want to say. Thank you. I can fight with a stick in the clinch, but there's a good chance that stick will go into my attacker's hand. The longer weapon was better at attacking his limbs, I found. What did you think?
Oh, absolutely. It was really hard to get in.
So the length of the baton makes a big difference. Again, the longer weapon, though, is harder to use in tight.
It's interesting to me because if we each have a stick, I find bridging to be a lot easier to get in the distance if I want to get into a clinch position. If we're boxing and we're both boxing, it's a lot easier to get into a clinch position. When he's got a weapon and I don't, it's very difficult to get in there without eating, a couple big strikes to the head.
I thought it was gonna be way easier to hit his hands. I thought I was just gonna lay back and fucking smash his hands. It wasn't as easy as I thought. Hard. Sorry about the bear stick on the arms though.